Hi, Dwayne here with a quick tutorial on how to run rental comps for your neighborhood, okay? Our rental websites are the best source for getting rental comps, all right? So the best way you do it is to come to our website and don't put any search criteria in. Just come over here to the search bar, search button, and underneath it, click on advanced search, okay? When you do that, that'll open up all the advanced search options over here on the left-hand side. Now, when doing a comparable search, you don't want to get too granular with this because you want to have some properties to look at, in aggregate to further zoom in on. So we're just going to first start by region. So on Long Beach Island, we have the website broken up into the mainland, LBI South End, and North End. So in this example, we're going to do the South End of LBI, and specifically, we're now going to drill into the Ship Bottom neighborhood. All right, so we've got our location set. The next thing is bedrooms. Okay, that's the only other criteria I want you to set. So in this example, we're going to use 3 bedrooms. Now this is 3 plus. That'll give us 3, 4, 5, 6 plus bedrooms. We want to search for an exact match. So we only get 3 bedroom listings. We don't get any other ones. So click on search. And now you'll see all of the 3 bedroom rentals that we have on our website in Ship Bottom. Now by default, okay, the default sort, we're going to sort these by your subscription level. So all the platinum listings are shown first, then we show the gold, then the silver, then we show the bronze. But when you're running comps, you want to change this sort order to price in season high to low. By doing so, the highest priced July and August weekly rentals will be first, and the lowest price will be last in this sort order. So you can see the most expensive one we have rents for the second number down here, $8,000 a week. That's the summer rate. And then our least expensive one, if we scroll all the way down, we have 2 pages of listings, and we go all the way down again, you'll see the least numbered listing is $1,100 a week. I'm sorry, $1,800 a week. So that's our price range from $1,800 a week to, I think it was 8,000, right? So that's our range. Our midpoint, you got to take this 50 listings, divide it by 2. So the midpoint is going to be 25 listings down, which is the bottom of the first page, 25 listings per page. Comes in at $4,000 a week. So just, kind of generally, $4,000 a week is the average price for a 3-bedroom rental in the summer in Ship Bottom. Okay, now there's a lot of things that affect that price. Okay, why do we go from 4,000 to 8,000? Well, obviously you see this one's oceanfront. Okay, this one has a pool. So listings that have those type of amenities can obviously charge more for those amenities, right? So you want to go through this list and look for something that is similar to your rental, okay? And or see where your rental falls in here too, right? If you're in the top 5, then you know that you're one of the most expensive rentals. If you're in the bottom 5, you know that you're one of the least expensive rentals, okay? So that's another good way to compare. Now, if you want to see, if you find a property and you say, hey, this property looks, let's do this one here, right? This property here looks just like mine, it sounds like mine. They're getting $7,500 a week. Let's check it out. So when you go look at it, what you want to look at is their availability calendar. Now, if I'm looking at this calendar, this is May 12th, I'm sorry that we're recording this video, and you'll see they only have 2 summer weeks booked, right? They've got a bunch of weeks in July and a bunch of weeks in August. By this point, by May, you should have all your July and August weeks booked. Okay, now the only exception to this is if it's a new listing. So if we scroll to the top, we can take a look, and they do say it's just listed, but I can see their listing number at 2132. This property has probably been on our website for a year. So my guess is this property is probably overpriced for the market because they have this many weeks left. Okay, so that's probably too high for this rental. Now let's go back to the search results and see if we can find some that are fully booked up to take a look at those. So if we go back up, I'm just looking at the top of the list here, but let's check out, this is a bayfront property. Let's see what this one rents for, this Aquamarine. If we look at their calendar, they're booked up a little bit more. They only have they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have like 4 summer weeks left. So again, probably priced a little bit on the high side for this property too, okay? Now, if we go and look at another one, let's check out this penthouse condo in, it looks like the Fishery, right? Nice looking property. We'll look at their calendar. Boom, fully booked. All of July and August is gone. We still have time for September yet. So this property is probably priced right because by May, you should have all your July and August weeks booked. So that's how you do, a quick price comparison. if you've got more results, you can filter the results further. So some other things you can do in our advanced search, you can filter, let's say, for all ocean block properties. Okay, you can also do, so by doing that, we dropped it down to 27. You can say, give me all ocean block properties with a pool. Okay, now we're down to only 7, right? So you can, filter this down to find more properties that are just like yours if you need to. Now, the number, we talked about the calendar, right? And how open their calendar is. Keep in mind that varies during the year based on when you do this comparison, okay? So if you're doing this comparison, let's say in January, if a property is priced right, on average, they should have 5 or 6 summer weeks, July and August weeks, still to book. If you check it in March, they should have only 1 or 2 weeks left to book if they're priced right. And by May, they shouldn't have any weeks left, okay? So if your property still has weeks left in May, and you've been promoting your property at those prices for at least the last 6 months, so since December, then your property is probably overpriced. Now, if you just added your property to the website, let's say March or later, you missed that first, what we call busy booking season, and you haven't hit the second busy booking season. So it's kind of hard to tell your comps, how your listing's doing when you're new on the website. You need to be on the website for at least 6 months to really tell, how it's doing with regards to your competition. So I hope this is helpful. This is the best way. Your property better than anybody else, and the best way to find comps, or your market rate is to look at other properties on VRLBI, or VROCNJ or VRWW that meet your property's criteria and see what they're charging, and then check their calendar and see if they're booked. If they're booked up, they're either, correctly priced, or they could be below market. And if they're not booked, again, they could be correctly priced if it's a new listing, or, they might, not be charging too much, if they've been on the website for a while. And you can always tell by listing number to get an idea how long they've been on our website for. Okay, hope this helps everybody.